Hi there, and welcome to The Subconscious Speaks, where we're going to follow my client on a quantum journey into his deep, deep, hypnotic subconscious mind, where he's going to go on a past life regression, and then we're going to summon his subconscious and have a conversation with it, and we're going to find out that he lived a life as a reptilian and other lives as well. The life we're actually going to visit will be a life in Egypt. We'll find out his purpose. And his purpose is to bring the love, to bring peace, because peace comes from within. He learned that peace is a frequency that you tune into. And he learned that he was here on a mission to learn, to separate from his spirit body and to come back, which is what we do in this 3D realm. And the awakening brings your soul back into your body. He broke a cycle of shame passed down from his ancestors. He found out he's being used by the universe as a trigger. And of course, that trigger was for narcissists. He also found out what he should do about narcissists in his life. Found out what climate change is really about. Found out that he lived the life as Matthew, a disciple. He had a real problem with an event that happened in his life where, unknown to him, his girlfriend had an abortion, and he's lived a life of guilt over this. And so you got a message from the unborn baby, a message of love. And so that's coming up as well. Now, what you need to know about this video is that it has been heavily edited. So I've taken out his name. He's given me permission to do this, of course. He gave me permission, and he wanted people to see this. And so I took out his name anyways, just so you don't know who he is. And then I took out parts of the script, so you don't get the whole script in there. One of the features of the software that I use is that I can take out all the pauses automatically. If you know anything about these hypnosis sessions, there can be some very long pauses, which there was in this session. Pauses between words, like part sentences, that kind of thing. And so what was a 2-hour session is chopped down to a little under an hour now. So it's a faster way to get through it. And I really want to find out what people think of this. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you think about how the edits are done, or if you prefer to have the pauses left in there. And also let me know about the captions. Do you like the captions like this? They're added automatically in Descript as well, but I don't need to do that, of course. I just thought it might make for a better experience. My name is Jeff Broomfield, and I'm a quantum hypnotist. I've been trained in a whole bunch of different modalities of hypnosis, and so this isn't any one particular modality. It's a blend of QHHT, PSP, BQH, and really, these are just different ways of getting people into a trance. The work that you do, the strategies that you use while you're in a session, well, they're compatible with any of these sessions, except for QHHT. You can't do QHHT online, so we can't call this a QHHT session. This is a PSP session or a BQH session, whatever you want to call that. Another important thing to point out is the process of letting go, which is right after the regression. So it's right near the beginning. And that includes an emotional detox, and we do forgiveness. And then the process gets unstuck by pulling themselves out of grief. It's really important to notice here that those are a lot longer than what you see here. There's a lot of time where the client is just sitting there and you don't even really know what's going on. And so I've just chopped a whole bunch of that out. I chopped out some of the script parts, and it just to smooth out the process, and you just get to see at the end instead of just sitting there watching them, making some expressions, and that's about all you see. I got lots of other videos that show that. I wanted to see how this one flowed by chopping out all those spaces. So just wanted you to notice that part too. And if you're looking for your own session, then go to my website at jeffbroomfield.com, and there you can book yourself a free strategy session, and we'll talk about your goals and what we can accomplish with the hypnosis, and see if hypnosis can help you to create the reality that you want, to get unstuck, to find purpose in your life, and to have a similar experience as what you're going to see here. One of the things we do in my sessions is my clients all find self-love. They find it within themselves, as you're going to find out next. Now we're going to join my client in Egypt in his past life regression. So enjoy the session. Have a good one, and thanks for tuning in.
What is it? I see a pyramid. I see flowers. I see monuments. I see a river. I see lots of animals.
Anything else you see there?
I think I'm in a marketplace of some kind.
Yeah. What kind of day is it?
It's daytime, and I think I'm a woman.
You're a woman. Okay. So what are you wearing on your feet
Sandals.
and your clothes?
It's like a vest.
Young or old?
I got lots of jewelry.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Lots of jewelry. Are you carrying anything with you?
Got a child.
A child. Okay. Anything else?
Think I see like a group of people with me, and lots of people is witnessing me just passing by. So I don't know why they all look at me.
If you were to know, what are you doing there?
Think I'm just heading towards my place.
Okay. All right. So you're heading towards your place. Find yourself standing in front of your place now and describe what it looks like from the outside.
Temple. I feel at home in this temple. I can't.
Are you
It's
inside
so
now?
yes.
Okay.
I'm so tall. The ceilings are so tall.
Okay. What room are you in?
I'm in the hall, but the hall is so beautiful. So
Okay. Go to the place where you eat then and find yourself there during a meal and tell me what are you eating?
I don't know what I'm eating, but it's all green. So some kind of a pasta.
And
So
what kind of plates or utensils are you using to eat?
using your hands.
And now you're sitting at a table. If there's anybody there that lives with you, you'll find them there at that table with you. As you look up from your food to see who's there, tell me, who do you see?
The a man looking at me. I see a lot of kindness in his eyes. He's just looking at me, but he makes me feel so loved.
All right. And when you look at them, if there's any connection to anybody in your current life, you'll make that connection now. Is there any connection to anybody in your current life?
I don't think so.
Okay. All righty. Now, what is it that you spend most of your time doing in that life? If you have a job, what is that job?
Potions. I I use a lot of herbs, essences. I use sound. Like I'm in a room where I can recreate certain sounds, certain frequencies, promotes healing and promotes levitation,
So you're a healer then.
some kind, yes.
And what kind of instrument do you utilize to make these sounds?
I use metals or some kind of metal. Very weird shapes. I can see some stones as well. I see water, so I work with water as well.
Hmm.
The water is levitating as well when I
Yeah.
use the sounds.
All right. Is there any other important information from this?
Just feel I'm living my purpose
You're living your purpose. And if you were to know what that purpose is, what would it be?
to bring the other side, the other reality, the other world to that present moment, like a bridge in between two worlds.
Like a breach in between two worlds. And if you were to describe the two worlds, what would they be?
The world where there is no illusion, the world where there is no suffering, the world where there is no disease, the world love is all that is. Everything is in harmony. It's like a different timeline, a different dimension.
Right. Okay. Is there any other important information from this scene?
I'm just seeing myself in look into the mirror, and I don't know. I think I'm a high priest or of some kind. I don't know. It's just I'm seeing myself. I'm
Describe what you see there.
I'm so beautiful.
Are you dressed?
I'm all white, tunic, got jewelry in me. I'm very tanned, dark skin. I feel so light, so at ease with everything.
Mhm.
I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm crying for some reason, but it's not a painful crying, like a recognition.
Is there anything else you need to know from here?
I don't think so.
All right. So drift and float away from that scene, and you're drifting and floating away from that scene, and you're going to come upon another day in that life, another day where there's important information. Find yourself there in three, two, one. What do you see? What do you see there
I'm in a room,
in the womb? Okay. Tell me how that feels.
very warm.
Feels.
I think I'm inside of a pyramid. There
Okay.
is all, everywhere drawings. There's a lot of echo in the room.
Are you saying room with an R or in the womb, like in a mama's womb?
It was some kind of a room.
A room. Okay. Go ahead. What else do you see?
So the ceiling is like a pyramid shaped. I see crystals.
Yeah.
I see other people as well.
And if you were to know, what are you doing there?
Ritual of some kind.
And are you leading the ritual?
No,
What are you doing?
it's some kind of initiation
Who's being initiated?
myself.
How do you feel about that?
I feel at ease. I feel grateful that I was able to achieve a step.
Is there any details on the initiation and how that happens?
There is sounds everywhere. Sounds. I feel my body,
What else?
feel myself connecting with other worlds, feel myself ringing frequencies, allowing my body to hold information. There's a lot of information.
Are you collecting that information now?
Yes,
Absorbing it?
yes,
Yeah. Awesome. Retaining that for later?
yes.
And what does he need to do in order to utilize this information later?
I need to meditate and through mantras and intention, I bring that forward. I channel all that information.
Okay, so what happens next?
I teach. I'm a teacher.
All right. Is there any other important information from this scene?
I don't think so.
All right. So drift and float away from that scene. You're drifting and floating away from that scene and coming up to another scene, another day in that life where there's important information that will help with the current life. And you find yourself there in three, two, one. And what do you see?
I'm older now. I see a lot of people panicking around me.
Okay. And if you were to know what that was about, what would it be?
A war is going on.
Okay. What happens next?
I'm being taken.
And then what happens?
I'm being judged.
And what happens? What do they
There
determine?
is a there is a new king, a new pharaoh, and for some reason he's judging me.
And what happens next?
He's asking me to comply.
And what do you do?
I don't. He goes against my principles. He asks me to manipulate people.
Okay. What happens next?
I'm being punished.
What does that punishment look like?
I'm being tortured.
Okay. And what happens next?
They're asking me to comply. They're asking me to use my power to control. Don't want to control anything.
So what do you decide this time?
I can't. I'm going through a lot of pain.
And what happens next?
I die.
You die. Okay. All right. So allow yourself to go through that process. And what happens to your soul after the body dies?
Eat my guides.
All right. What did you learn from that life?
Learn there's always a reason for everything.
Okay. What else did you learn from that life?
I learn how to be reserved and kind of hide what I'm doing.
Mm.
What is my true nature is.
Okay. All right. And what do you think was the purpose of that lifetime?
Create the separation in my consciousness. Learn not other lessons. Otherwise it wouldn't be possible. So I had to go through the trauma.
And why do you have to go through the trauma?
Separate myself
To separate
from
yourself.
from the honest with the universe to experience different perspectives,
Right.
to understand other perspectives.
Why did you choose to bring this lifetime forward for him to see today?
For him to see how much he's loved,
And what does this have to do with the current life?
he doesn't see that. He's
Oh.
lost in his mind.
Okay. Does he have that in his life now though?
Not yet.
All right. And what does he got to do to get that into his life?
You have to let it go.
Let go of what?
Judgment.
And what I want the powerful subconscious to do now is to release all that negative stuff, all the negative emotions, the thoughts, the ideas, the pictures, the images, the sensations, the feelings, all the negativity, all the past trauma. Just let it go and just allow it to rise up into the body, and it'll float up through the body, up through the stomach, up through the chest, up through the neck, up through the head, and then release through the top of his head. And just imagine now that there is a vacuum just above his head. The universe has placed its vacuum there, and it's going to suck all this negativity away. It'll take it away and transmute this negative energy. So just let it all out, let it go, and just allow it to happen now. You don't need to feel it. You don't need to associate inside any of these negative feelings or thoughts or pictures. Just let them go and come up through the body and exit the top of the head, where it'll be transmuted by the universe. Just let it go. It's no longer needed and it no longer serves them. And retain the learnings. Let it all go. Letting go. Let it go. Let it rise up through the body and exit through the top of the head. And take as much time as you need to do this. And when you've let go of it all, when all of it is gone, and only when it is all gone, then let me know that you're done just by saying that you're done. But only when it's actually all gone. Let it go. Release. Let it go. You don't need to hang on to it anymore. It's not needed. Awesome. Amazing. I know he's really going to appreciate that. So everything's gone then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the next is forgiveness. And forgiveness is not for other people. Forgiveness is for the self. And so forgive anyone who you believe wronged you, or forgive yourself for anything you did wrong to other people. Just allow this forgiveness to process. And it's more like cutting a toxic cord between you and this other person. And if you need to, you can visualize cutting the toxic cord or whatever you need to do to cut those toxic cords between you and these other people. If they did something wrong, karma's going to get them. Karma's going to deal with them the way karma deals with things. And so you have no control over it anyway. So you're best to just let it go and free yourself. Just free yourself. Have all those toxic cords been cut?
Yes.
Okay. So next is grief. And grief is not something we can just let go of. It's something that we have to actually move through. When we get stuck in grief, grief happens whenever we suffer a loss. That could be losing your keys. It could be graduating from junior school, going into high school. So anytime that you suffer any kind of loss, it creates grief. And so this is more about accepting and just accepting whatever has happened and allowing yourself to process those emotions and finish off those emotions so that you can recover from this loss. So go ahead and process this grief and accept the loss. And if there's anything that needs to be said, then go ahead and say whatever needs to be said and finish off whatever business needs to be done there. This can be telepathic, or you can speak it out loud, whatever works for you. So accept and move through this grief, and let me know when that's been done.
It's done.
Awesome. Okay, now that that's all done, what I'd like the powerful subconscious to do is to take into his light. Inside of each and every one of us, there is a light. And I want you to take him into that light and get him to stand in that light, and let me know when he's standing in that light.
I am standing.
Awesome. Awesome. Now what I want you to do is I want you to recall any times when he felt unconditional love, maybe holding a baby for the first time, or a puppy, or a kitten. Any times in his life that he's felt unconditional love. And I want you to recall those times and let him really feel the feelings of that unconditional love. And let me know when he's feeling that.
Yes.
Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to create an anchor so that anytime that this anchor is triggered, he's going to come back to this feeling of love. Anytime he sees any one of the colors that I mentioned here, red, green, blue, pink, purple, yellow, brown, black, orange, and white. Anytime he sees one of those colors, it's going to re-trigger this feeling of love. And let me know when that trigger's been set. That anchor. Awesome. Amazing. That's going to be a life changer for him right there, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about this love. Tell me where it comes from.
It comes from within. I see like a central sun, but it doesn't harm me. Everything is frequency. Everything is one, like going on a train station
Mhm.
where I can choose my destiny, my destination, and my light. It's just that I'm just choosing to experience.
Okay, so tell me, what does he have to do to deserve to feel this feeling of love?
You have to recognize his own light, recognize his value, and stop trying. Just let go.
Just let go. Okay. So he doesn't actually have to get it from other people then?
You know,
So are you saying he's been doing love wrong?
just not seeing the old picture. He's focusing on the right spot.
Now he's found it.
Yes,
Now he can access it whenever he wants to.
whenever you wish to. Yeah,
Actually, it won't even be controllable anymore because he'll be triggered into it now, won't he?
that's correct.
Hmm. Okay. Then. So next, what I'd like you to do is to do a body scan and look for any problems that could be physical health issues or energy, could be spiritual, any problems with his energy, any health issues, anything like that. So you can start at the feet or the head. Either way, you start, work your way through the entire system and tell me if there's any problems. And when you get to a problem, just stop there and let me know what it is. His head. Okay. And what's causing that?
Breathing.
Breathing. Okay. And what is he doing with his breathing?
It's not breathing properly.
Okay. And what
You
does he
have to
need?
do more conscious breathing, create a different pattern,
Okay. What kind of pattern are you looking at?
a deep or long pattern.
Deep, long breath. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
he has to bring that to his reality.
Is there
Stop
any, yeah, keep going.
through the day and to create that conscious breathing.
Okay. So conscious breathing. And is there a message that the body has been trying to deliver to him that whatever the message is, once he gets that message, then the problem can go away? What is that message?
The message was to let go. He's dehydrated. He needs more water in his body. He's been holding into emotions and memories. Those emotions and memories got certain frequencies. Those frequencies occupy space within his body. Therefore, there is no space for water.
Okay. And has he let go of those emotions now?
Yes,
And that energy that was connected to them, is that gone too?
yes.
Is there any more healing that needs to be done for his head?
He needs to remember
Remember,
that being is a couple of things. So, acting, exercising, intention, breathing, let go, transmutation, be like what?
all right. So is this problem gone now?
Yes.
Mhm.
He knows what to do now.
He knows what to do now. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I'll continue with that scan then and let me know if there's any other problems.
His sexual organs are heavy.
Heavy. And what's the problem there?
Sexual energy,
And is there a message that the body's trying to deliver about this?
body. It's been trying to let him aware, to be aware. His misuse of sexual energy, to let go of old patterns, indoctrinations, mind programs. He's been through a lot of that.
And what can you do to help him with that right now?
I can let him see and feel.
Is this connected to the porn addiction as well?
He was.
It was. Okay. Is it gone now?
Yes.
So situation's been corrected?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything else that he needs to know?
He is loved so much and accepted. He is on the right path. He always been on the right path, but he needed those experiences to be able to help, be able to understand deeply.
And he understands now?
He does.
Is there anything that you can vocalize about that right now? About that understanding?
No, he sees everything.
He's everything. You said that he's on the right path then. What is his purpose?
Bring the love was lost. Bring peace. Co-create a new world.
Okay, so you said bring peace. How do you bring peace?
Bring peace by bringing knowledge and wisdom, what brings understanding, and then peace is found within everything.
Peace is found within.
Everything.
Okay. So when he brings peace, where's the first place he needs to bring peace?
Within.
Within. Okay. All right.
You have to tune himself to that frequency. Everything is frequency.
Also, peace is a frequency.
Indeed.
And so he aligns with the frequency of peace.
Yes.
Ah, okay. And then when he's resonant, when he is vibrating at that vibration of peace, then what happens from there?
He attracts everything he needs. People, heart-minded people, people that will help him. It will be a network, a community. It's like a growing cell. I'll bring understanding.
Okay. I want to know, why is he here?
He didn't see the old picture. When he says here, he doesn't realize that he's everywhere. The only thing that is here is his awareness. He is living in different realities, and he's here to experience a different reality, to learn, to be a channel. He can choose to be in other places.
What is his
I think
mission? Oh, go ahead.
he was procrastinating a lot. I think that is resolved.
All right. What is his mission?
Learn things from a lower dimension, from a different perspective, and to bring that to the source. He choose his script. So he wants to learn specific things. All that trauma, all that disconnection, he was to learn without being separated. He couldn't experience lower dimension frequency, because everything is one. Everything is God. Everything is divine. Even the lower dimensions.
Supposed to learn?
Yes.
All right. What is his why, his reason or motivation that inspires him to succeed in his mission?
His passion for life, his passion to see people happy and achieving. There's a lot of stuff there. Like, He's got a lot of love inside. He just wants to love. Wants to love everything. He blocked himself from that.
Has that block been lifted?
There's no barrier now.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Was there more that you had to say on that?
Yes.
What is his biggest dream?
Be free. Be free. To be
What-
free of guilt. Be free.
Okay.
Judgment. To be free. Go whenever he wants to go. To be in harmony with the universe.
How can he have better relationships with the people around him?
He's already done the steps necessary for that.
Okay.
There was a lot of weight, a lot of emotions, judgments, gone. They gone.
Okay. So, and that's the work that we've done here today then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good to know. What important needs does he have that are not getting met?
Listening to understand his perspective, or to accept that is my perspective. That is perspective.
So what does he need to do to get his needs met?
To listen to his inner voice and stick to it.
When will he meet his soulmate or twin flame?
Very soon. Very soon.
And how will he know?
He will feel the rush. He will feel the acceptance. He will feel the love. He has to recognize that in himself. He
What?
already met his twin.
Can you tell us who that is?
Yes, he's my partner.
Okay.
He's his partner. She's healing.
Okay.
He needs to heal as well.
Who in his current life has he had a past life with?
Yes, with her. She was a man, though. I was a woman.
All right. He wants to know if he's in any toxic relationships, if there's any narcissists in his life, and what he needs to do about it.
You have to do is vibrate in a different frequency. He's already vibrating in a different frequency.
Okay. So when he's vibrating at a different frequency, he can't see narcissism at that frequency?
Yeah, you just don't bother with it.
Okay. So it's like you don't notice it.
Yes, you don't pay attention to it.
Right.
It's like going shopping. There's a lot of products on the shelf, but you decide which one you're paying attention, which one is best for you. for your needs, for your issues.
He wants to know if he has any unfinished business, and if so, with whom, and what inner work needs to be done to heal this, and what steps can he bring resolution, or can we just take care of this now?
You can take care of this now.
Okay, let me know when that's done.
It's done.
Why has he always felt different from those around him?
Because it's different. Different timeline, different world, different dimension.
What can we do so that feeling different isn't a problem?
Acceptance. You need to be comfortable.
And is that something you can help us with now?
Yes,
Okay. Let me know when that's done.
it's done.
Okay. How much does he trust himself? Does he listen to others more than to himself?
Yes. He used to listen to others a lot.
Hmm.
It was his way to feel accepted
Hmm.
and loved
Okay.
because he never felt listening to.
So he listened to others in the hope that they would listen to him?
Yes,
And how did that work out for him?
not good.
Okay. All right. And is that something that's been resolved?
Yes,
Okay. Alrighty then. Now the next question is, does he speak his voice? And if not, of course, what's preventing him? And what changes can we make now that will resolve the problem?
he speaks his voice.
Is he going to be,
Sometimes,
go ahead.
sometimes not with the right people
Okay.
because his voice challenges them. His voice triggers them. His voice annoys them.
Okay. Is there any changes we can make to resolve this problem?
He can be more assertive, learn, choose his battles, accept that others are what they want to be, and when they're ready, they will move on.
Does he feel seen, heard, and valued?
He's starting to recognize that. He
Okay.
understands. He understands. He's seeing himself.
All right. So that's been fixed then?
Yes,
Okay. So we started out with a body scan, and the last place we checked in was the sexual organs. Was that body scan complete? Was there anything else to do with that?
yes.
Okay. All right. What foods is he eating that are causing negative health effects? And what should he be eating, and how should he change his diet?
He already knows.
He already knows. Okay. Is there any specific foods that he should be avoiding?
He knows what he should be eating.
Oh, okay.
So everything else he shouldn't
Okay.
consume.
So there's not a food that he eats that causes a negative effect that he's unaware of.
Yes, processed foods can block him a little bit and change his frequency a little bit. Certain fruits as well,
Which are they?
toxic fruits.
Okay. Okay. How does he feel about his relationship with his body?
It's a shame, but now he's seeing. He brought a lot of shame from his mother as well, from his father, from his grandmother, his grandfather, his ancestors. To break the cycle now, family karma. It was a great task.
Hmm.
I knew he could do it.
So it's done now. He's broke that cycle.
He start a new cycle. He stopped that cycle, a vicious cycle of repetition. Now all his ancestors will see it, will understand.
Okay. What is his shadow self?
Sometimes he feels too much confidence. He's seen as an arrogant person sometimes.
What parts is he? Oh, go ahead.
It's nothing to do with him, actually.
No? Okay.
It's just being used by the universe.
Mm.
He's being used as a trigger.
So he's triggering other people.
Yes.
Okay. And I believe that you said that that was fixed, that he changed its
Yes.
vibration so he won't be triggering them anymore.
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay. So that aspect of himself has changed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what parts of him is he hiding from himself that he needs to bring into the light? And also, what are the good parts that he's suppressing that he needs to nurture more? And what are the negative parts that he needs less of? And he wants to know if we can make these changes now. If we can, once we know what they are, what can we do to fix them?
He had a lot of sexual energy traps. He wasn't able to express himself sexually and to use sexual energy. Probably he knows them.
How can he have a smoother life?
Stop crying. He needs to stop. He wants to help everyone. Not everyone is ready to listen. He just needs to plant his seeds. He's a seed planter. He's starting to realize that now.
Okay. Does he have anything that's blocking his abundance? And if he does, can we remove them now? What limiting beliefs does he have around money that no longer serve him? And what new beliefs can he adopt to allow more money into his life? And he'd like you to remove the old belief and integrate the new beliefs now. What are personal gifts?
Yes.
What else?
He is very, very funny. Humor. With his humor, he can change anything. He can change the whole room full of people. It doesn't matter. He just needs to be himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any more personal gifts?
Channeling.
Say that again.
He's got channeling.
Okay, channeling. Yeah.
He's got great capacity to channel higher frequencies.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's everything.
Okay. What drains his energy, and how can we remove it from his life or protect him from its negative effect?
There's no need for protection.
Okay. Is there anything that's draining his energy?
His own thought pattern.
Okay. And has that been resolved?
Yes.
Okay. Is he holding on to anything that would be better to let go of? If so, what is it and what's holding him back from letting go? And can we just let it go now?
Think done.
Then done. Okay. What limiting beliefs impact his life in undesirable ways? What's the origin of the belief? Is each belief still true for him today? And what positive beliefs would counterbalance those beliefs? And he'd like you to make those changes now.
It's all done
Oh,
already.
awesome. Awesome. He's really going to appreciate that. What lesson does he need to learn?
You need to learn how to allow himself to experience without any judgment. He tries to be pure all the time. There is also lessons to be learned from the impurities. You need to stop that duality. But he understands now.
All right. Is there a hobby he should be taking up?
I see. He knows. He knows.
He knows? Well,
Yes. Being
can,
in the sea.
what is it?
Being in the sea.
Okay.
Diving. He used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He used to go underwater and imagine himself is in a different world. And he was a different world.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he felt at home. He needs to do that again.
Okay. Cool. Is there any new skills that he should be learning?
Yes, he needs to remember, and he's already learning. Dolores Cannon is here now.
Dolores Cannon. Oh, so he should be learning the Dolores Cannon method?
Yes,
Yeah. All right. Any other skills he should be learning?
he doesn't need anything else.
Okay. Good. Good. So what is the best job for him?
Lectures, travel, lectures, training, teaching. He just needs to remember.
Okay. He's always been fascinated with aliens and ETs, and he wonders if he's ever been abducted or lived an alien life.
Yes, he lived many lives. He was reptilian, a reptilian that works for the light. He was a Pleiadian that worked for the shadows. Very, very tall being, enormous. He was so many lives.
Okay. He wants
But
to know. Oh, go ahead.
that is not relevant.
It's not relevant. Okay. Alrighty then. He's asking, is climate change real?
Real. This world is an illusion, operates in a different dimension for beings to being able to experience different lessons. The planet is changing. Planet is evolving. Planet frequency is evolving. Therefore, the consciousness of everyone is evolving. Animals are evolving, plants are evolving, trees are evolving, people are evolving. The atmosphere is evolving, changing, adapting. Poles are changing. It's just a new era. It's all part of the cosmic plan. It's how it is.
What can he do to
Planet,
help? Go ahead.
the planet change, eruptions, a lot of changes, a lot of seismic events. But that is all adaptations. If he resonates himself in a higher frequency, he won't be experience any discomforts or any pain.
So, what can he do to help the planet?
He's already doing it, but he's starting to realize that discipline and recognition of his own skills is imperative, and he needs to stop procrastinating because of the fear he had. So he's starting to see now. He's starting to see all the pattern, all the habits, the blockages.
So, he wants to know what would happen if he stayed in his current job as a complex care team leader, and what would happen if he left that job.
If he chooses to stay, he can help that area evolve in certain ways. The company progress in certain ways. But if he chooses to leave, get out of his comfort zone, get away from it, he can experience a different life, more freedom. I will say it'll be more fulfilling. And it's this choice. Either way, he'll be helping the planet.
Okay. All right. He wants to know how many lifetimes he has lived.
I can't really count them.
Mhm.
If you want to, he's lived many lives, but he's been many things. It's the whole purpose of life to experience
Yeah.
different perspectives.
What holds him back from being more authentic?
Trusting himself, respect his inner voice, and create boundaries. There are lines that shouldn't be crossed.
What can he do to become more authentic?
He already knows.
No, just so we've got it on the recording here, just quickly mention a couple of things. What can he do to be more authentic?
He knows.
Okay.
He understands.
Okay. He wants to know what he does to sabotage himself and how can he stop doing that?
Well, fear was present. Because of fear, he developed certain patterns, certain habits that made them feel comfortable in certain ways, please them. He understands the patterns. He knows. He can see it.
Okay. Now he said he was stuck. Has he become unstuck through this whole process today?
Yes,
Mhm.
this process was on his journey.
Mhm.
Everything got the right time.
Yeah.
Everything need to be respected according to the plan. You don't need to see the plan. You just need to trust the plan.
Right.
Trust.
Okay. So he feels like he wants to move to a new location and wonders what is the best place for him to live.
Yeah, there is a few places. You'll travel a lot anyway, but there is a few places.
What places? Can you name a few?
Peru, Africa. There is a few places in Africa. Angola, Algeria, Egypt. He's not meant to stay just in one place
Okay.
anyway.
Right. Okay. So he wants to know that he's not really a religious person, but he feels a deep connection to Yeshua and he's wondering why that is.
Matthew, he lived a lifetime. He was Matthew, the disciple.
Oh, okay. That explains it. And how else is he connected?
He was a servant of some kind. Let's say that was a sexual servant.
Okay. Now he was asking and wondering if there are any messages from any of his guides, and he's given permission that the guides can speak through him, deliver any messages that they need to deliver to him. So if any of his guides are ready to speak, if they can just come to the front and tell us who they are and deliver their message, that'd be great.
I don't think he needs to do this now.
Well, he did say that he was a channel. That was one of his gifts, his skills.
Hmm.
So it should be easy for him to just
Exactly.
channel one of his spirits, right? So it'd be nice for him to hear a message at this time.
He's on the right path.
Hmm. Yes, he is.
You just need to calm down a little bit. You already let go of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weight, a lot of stuff. His body is still adapting to it.
Hmm.
He's shaking a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's normal. He's normal.
That's good. Yeah.
He just needs time to adapt. That's all.
Yes. Is there a message from Yeshua?
Yes, I am coming. I am coming.
Okay. All right. Now, he did mention that one of his old girlfriends had an abortion. So there was an unborn baby. And I was wondering, is there any message from that unborn baby that they would like to deliver to him?
Yes, I love you. And I'm glad you let go of that pain. All that had a purpose as well.
Purpose. Was there a purpose for this short?
Yes,
What is that purpose?
to be able to help the mother, be able to help the mother to heal.
Okay. Okay. Is there any more messages from any of the guides? Okay. Alrighty. So now what I'd like you to do is to imagine that you're standing before a mirror. Just imagine you're standing before a large mirror where you can see your whole body. And imagine in that mirror as you look at your reflection. We are in the quantum realm, and so our atoms are connected to every version of us that is out there. And with string theory, we know that there are multiple realities. And we also know that time is not linear the way that we experience it. And so right now there's a version of that did this. He already did this. He already had this experience, and he's gone on and created the life that just wishes he had. And that version will now appear in that mirror. And let me know when they're there.
He's here.
Okay. And we'd like to know what it is that you had to do in order to create this life, to create this new reality for yourself. What did you do?
Love myself.
Anything else?
Respect the balance of mind, body, discipline. You won't achieve nothing without discipline. Do it. Just be.
What are the feelings of being that version of you?
Empowerment.
Okay.
I just feel confident. I believe in myself. I trust myself completely, even if I commit some mistakes. They are just steps for our evolution anyway. The only problem is when we hold those emotions, we create a judgment. But if you see that, if you go through, everything is fine.
Is there any more advice that you have for the old you?
You know, he's funny. He's already a very intuitive person. Very, very intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to stop listening the outside so much. You have to go inwards more often. That's all. His intuition is quite sharp, quite clear. So trust. Just trust.
Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to do something that might sound a little bit strange. And what I want you to do, the old version of what I want you to do is I want you to step into that new version. I want you to walk into that mirror, and I want you to step right into that future version of you. I want you to absorb all of him that is you, everything that makes him you, all the strategies that he used to get there, the emotions, the feelings that he had to get to where he is, and everything else that he needs to take with him. Take all that, and on the inside, become that new future version. And let me know when that's been done.
There is a lot of energy.
Mm.
His body, he needs to adapt.
Yeah, I can see that working now. Is there anything that he needs to do to adapt this energy?
No,
Oh, okay. Just allow it to happen.
he already found his answers.
He already found his answers. Okay. He was also looking for self-confidence.
Wow. He asked for it, so he got it now.
He's got that now. In self-love, he's got that too.
Yes.
Okay. He also wanted to feel at peace.
Do you think you'll feel peace without self-love?
Of course not. So he's got the peace. And how about his empowerment? Has he found his empowerment?
Yes.
Okay.
Self-love.